Mary Jane Hamblin. She's the owner of a donut shop in Chesapeake called Amazing Glaze Donut Shop. She absolutely got pummeled as part of the cancel culture a few days ago, and she's fighting back, and I want her to tell the story. She's with us now. Mary Jane Hamblin, Amazing Glaze Donut, thanks for being with us today.
Hey, John, thanks for having me.
Mary Jane, tell us what happened.
Well, what an extraordinary thing. A week ago, never would I thought my life would be this way, but I innocently, I'm extremely conservative, Catholic, daughter of immigrant, parents that came to the States years ago, and I innocently took a picture of my husband, who was carrying some of his friends, a 76-year-old man who thought he wanted to witness and never in his life saw a sitting president give a speech. And so they, planned on going up the day before and getting a hotel and going to see our president speak. And so before they got in the car, I said, let me snap a picture of you guys. So I snapped a picture of them, and on my personal page, I posted that picture saying, so proud of these 4 guys for traveling all the way to D.C. to support our president. Thought absolutely nothing of it, put it on my personal page. The next day, of course, was the day that the president was speaking. About 5 o'clock that night, I get a phone call from young girls working at my donut shop. I'm talking employees that are like 17, 18 years old. And they call me saying they had just gotten this ugly, horrible phone call from a woman that said, bad things are about to happen. You're about to get a lot of bad press. We've been told the family of this donut shop is in D.C. And went to see the president. So they called me immediately. And, of course, some people are bold. I mean, they just call. They don't even block their phone number. They just call, threaten you. And so immediately we tried to check on who this could be. But before that even came about, the phone starts ringing. A local business owner called me. She was kind enough to say, please check your Facebook page, check this thread. And it just went crazy. So somebody took my picture off my personal page, put it next to our Amazing Glaze picture, and then across it said, never spend another penny at this shop. They support, some people called it domestic terrorism, said we just supported our racist president. And from there, I mean, we had one Twitter feed that had like 12,000 retweets. And so I actually, as I went into my store the next morning, could not believe the phone was ringing off the hook. I had to stop my employees from getting. I can't have 17-year-old girls pick up the phone and people saying expletive words and calling them names. Some of them got so bad they were threats. I mean, somebody threatened my grandbabies. That was like the bottom line. They said they were coming for me. They were going to burn down my building. We called the local authorities. But, when they send evil at you, God will grab a hold of it and turn it into good, because I'm here to tell people that are afraid of letting people know how they feel and what their beliefs are, to have some faith, because we did go through 2 ugly days, John. I mean, it was scary. We were thinking of how to protect our family, how to get our personal information off the internet. But on Saturday morning, I showed up at my donut shop, and patriots from all over this area were pulling in just to say, I drove 2 hours to tell you that we support you and we have your back, and you cannot let this happen. And all weekend, John, we've been in business 7 years. This is the first time yesterday afternoon I had to say, guys, I'm sorry, we cannot take any more orders. I mean, it was just beyond. And some people came to pray over us. It was just the most incredible thing. And that was just such an eye-opener for me. But I can tell you, I can understand why people are afraid. I mean, to be honest, and I don't like to get into all the movement talk, but I had someone from the head chapter of BLM call me and pretty much say, if you don't make a statement supporting us, we are coming down in droves and we are going to shut you down.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a scary thing, but you just gotta have the faith and know that there are people out there that will stand by your side. And boy, did we see it this weekend as the people came in.
Mary Jane Hamblin with us. I want to thank you for that, and thank everybody for helping out her donut shop. And this is really the bottom line here about sticking together. Okay, I mean, you got the threats. You did nothing, right? You did absolutely nothing. Your husband went to a rally with a 76-year-old man. You did nothing, right? There were a million people there. A handful got out of hand, and they're going to pay for their crimes. But you did nothing. And now organizations like BLM and others threatening your employees want to shut you down. See, this is their playbook. But yet you fought back, right? You didn't capitulate. You didn't go with their statement. And what happened? Your business is now bigger than ever. And what's your website?
AmazingGlaze.com.
Go to AmazingGlaze.com and buy some donuts there. And you know what? If you're out of town, that doesn't matter, right? Get a gift card and tell Mary Jane to take it to first responders, take it to firemen, take it to the police, take it to those that are serving the homeless. I mean, you can do all kinds of things with it. But this is the thing. We have to stick together. We have 70 million voters. And do you think that it's right because somebody went to a rally to have your business shut down? I mean, this is what they want. They want all small businesses out, and they want us to cow to them. And look, both sides, you can't. I've been saying this forever. Their playbook is harass and try to scare you into not doing business with certain things. And that's just wrong.
And I want to tell you, John, I also, I had some small business owners that were like, I support you, but please, I can't get my business involved. I mean, they're so afraid. And I can understand from them seeing what I've gone through. That's why I think it's so important that the people that feel that fear know, like, we have your back. We do stick together. I just really, really want to let people know I have never felt more protected and cared about, and just to see not just my local community, which is a phenomenal community, but I mean, calls. I've got messages, people saying, hey, look, I'm all the way in South Carolina. I'm in Florida, but I want to tell you that I stand behind you and thank you, for what you've done. And so everybody that has all that fear, they really need to just know that the protection is there, that we do stick together, that we have your back. And I will mention, since you said that about small businesses, the member of BLM that called me specifically said to me, we are out to teach small businesses that if they ever take our dollar, they have to support our cause. And I did respond to her and said, that is the beauty of our country. Mm-hmm. You get to take your dollar wherever you want.
That's
Nobody
right.
tells you where to take it.
That's right. And nobody tells us where to take our dollar either. See, that's the backlash. That's the opposite end of it, right? So, Look, Black Lives Matter, threatening small businesses with their livelihood. Don't buy any donuts there. But the other 70 million people buy donuts there. That's a parallel economy, right? And if you, what they wanted you to do was cave. That's why your other friends in business, oh my God, I can't get involved. I got a phone call, right? You know how long I've been going through this? Years. Okay, this is what they do. They hate small businesses because we're independent, and they hate them. They loathe small businesses, and they want them all shut down. Part of it is COVID and closing everything. But you know what? You fought back, and Trump voters came out, and those that believe in the movement of America First, independence, lower taxes, and not the globalist agenda, you fought back, and you got all these sales that came in. That's the model, Mary Jane. You're the poster child of how we have to fight back. Mary Jane Hamblin, owner of, what is it again? I keep forgetting.
Amazing Glaze.
Amazing Glaze. I got to get that roll off my tongue. Go to AmazingGlazeDonuts.com. Go ahead.
Think of Amazing Grace and how sweet they are.
That's right, AmazingGlaze.com.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for letting me share this story. I don't think it's over for us. I will tell you though, we had some folks in this morning. They drove an hour and a half. They were outside our door before we opened, and I have to tell everybody out there listening that took part in that or is supporting us that from the bottom of our heart, we love all of you and really thank you for the encouragement you've given my family.
Well, you know what? That's why we're here. That's why my platform is here to defend those that are being targeted and harassed for no reason. Because, look, I've been through this so many times. You know what? It's just the same old stuff. It's what they do. And, throwing people off airplanes now, I just heard that. Somebody sent me the video. It's just unbelievable. But, you know what? There's 70 million of us, and we're going to fight back. I got a question here from one of my callers. Says, this is from Den in Chesapeake, a fan of yours. Says, ask Mary Jane, are there any law enforcement actions going on? What help do you need?
I will tell you the Chesapeake Police Department has been so awesome. We have gotten recordings and crazy story. One man threatened us while being on speakerphone with a Chesapeake police officer standing there. His phone number has been handed over to detectives. We're taking down calls of any very threatening, harassing phone calls. They're investigating all of them. So, in the meantime, we're staying vigilant. But even the captain of the precinct near us has given us his direct cell phone number if we ever need anything immediately. So they've been pretty phenomenal with us.
This is called fighting back. This is called doing the right thing. This is called being a law-abiding citizen. This is called not caving to the threats. And for the businesses around you that begged off and said, oh, please don't get me involved, you know what? What's going to happen? They're next. You think you can avoid this, right? They're gonna pummel everybody into submission. This is the playbook until you fight back, and you fight back legally, and you fight back with we got 70 million voters. Go ahead.
You're right, and I just will say I did when the woman from Williamsburg called me. I did try to say to her, understand this. Anybody that has come through our door has always been treated with the same kindness and courtesy. It doesn't matter. We treat everyone that walks through our door the same. It has nothing. And she actually said to me, that doesn't matter. You need to make a statement in support of this. Or she even went as far as to say, well, how about you hold, you'll love this one. How about you hold some type of fundraising event?
That's right.
And the money would go to any charity that Donald Trump would never endorse.
Yep.
And if you do that, we'll leave you alone.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Mary Jane Hamblin, thank you. Go to AmazingGlaze.com, AmazingGlaze.com.